Hello. Hello, Will. I didn't go to work today. Oh, that's a shame. Are you still feeling a bit rough then? Oh, that is a shame. Hopefully you'll feel better soon, though. I'm sure it's nothing too out of the ordinary. Hopefully it won't last that long. Yeah, just make sure you're well rested, of course, and it's just one of those things that does happen to everyone at, every so often. So yeah. Right, let me check this works. Okay, that does work. We're back to Sekiro. Oh boy. We are back to Sekiro. Yeah, if you have a whole assessment, that could be a bit of an issue. Could be a bit of an issue. You still have like a week though, so... But yeah, we are back to Sekiro. And let me tell you, practicing this was weird. I did practice like last night and a tiny bit just now. It was weird. Because before last night, the last time I played Sekiro was at like 280% game speed. So practicing it at normal speed felt very, very odd. Yeah, I can imagine if you're a bit ill that your voice is just like super deep or whatever. Well, let's just see what happens. I mean, hopefully we'll have her on. Like, obviously, worst case scenarios, I take like a week and a half off of no hit, come back and then just have a absolutely shit day of runs and don't get anywhere. But I practice like absolutely everything. Every single boss. And like mini boss fights and running sections and all this stuff. But it was probably good like 2.5 hours last night that I just spent going through all this stuff. Hopefully it will pay off. I think the things I probably practiced the most were probably like Gyobu and Father Owl or something, or Butterfly and Father Owl, I think. Like Hirata in general I did a lot of. Okay, we'll see if it worked. Yeah. Yeah, just when you can't be asked to do anything. I mean, at least you do have an excuse, so yeah, just when you can't be asked to actually do anything and it's just, or stuff needs to be done but you really don't want to. So you do at least have an excuse, so that's something. Okay, even though I practiced this a ton yesterday, this still feels weird. Like actually being back to doing runs. Need to reach the end of part 1. So how long is it then? Like how many parts have you got? Like if you still have another like week or whatever it was to do it, how many fucking parts are there? Does each part take a while, or is it just like a... Oh, 3 parts. Oh, it's not... I'll say it's not super bad. It depends on how long each part is, but yeah. I mean, yeah, if you're writing loads, it doesn't help, but... I'm sure it's not, like, that bad. I guess the only downside is if you have... Like, if you have been a bit ill, then it probably doesn't... Probably not going to go as well, like, you don't feel you're doing as well, because you're a bit... You know, you're not fully with it. 25 bullet points, you're on 3. Ah, right. Right, okay. Yeah. When did you get it then? Like, how long have you had it? Is it just a 1 week thing if you had it for like a month or something? If it's just like a 1 or 2 week thing, that's not that bad. Last Monday, yeah. I mean, yeah, I never did like any assignments in like the first half that I needed to. You know, if they lasted for like 1 week, I would never do them in the first like 3 days or something. I guess we're not so different. I was very much night before. Like school and college. Very much do it the night before. I mean, it's perfectly fine if you can't be asked to do it now. You just need to make sure that you do it before. What's it, next Monday? Got a distinction on the first one. I mean, that's good though. Like, so you must have done well there. So you just got to replicate it. Easy, right? Just replicate a distinction, a super long thing that you're over halfway through time-wise and you're feeling not great. Simple as. I mean, yeah, if you've got like a ton of time on the weekends, then you'll probably be okay. More pressing matter? Don't tell me you have like a second assignment that's due like tomorrow. I mean, it would be funny, but... Or is it going to be something else? What will it be? Oh, wait, oh dear, Will. So, like, oh yeah, this is fine. I have... You know, I have, like, the full weekend to do it. This is fine. And then, oh shit, wait, I'm actually out Saturday. Well done. Well done. Yeah, that's not even the pressing issue. Wait. So you have, like, assignments due, and, like, you're not going to be in for a couple of days, whatever, and the pressing matter is that you haven't finished, like, your DS2 Platinum yet. Honestly, I respect the priorities. I have to say I respect the priorities. Oh dear. Okay, one death blow. If I can get it. Holy fuck. Why did I unlock there? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. The practice session has begun to pay off. But at least we have an early run past Yobu. I respect it's got to make happen, yeah. I mean, I'll see what I can do. I was going to say, we're close enough in, like, soul memory that we can online, so... I'll see what I can do. But I assume your idea is just, like, book it through New Game Plus, or whichever one you're on. Wait, so what are you even missing? Other than, like, the dude in Dragon Lake in New Game Plus 2? Like, what else are you actually missing? Or was that literally it? Just him, okay. Interesting. Yeah, so you just need to get the 4 like primal bonfires then, don't you? I mean, there can't be that many bosses, right? I mean, I guess the only super annoying path is like Harvest Valley, or like the path to Old Iron King. I don't think the Freya path is that bad. I mean, Freya path is Najka, Magus, and Freya. And like, Magus doesn't even count as a boss, so... Like, the only annoying one's the Iron King path. Being what? Dragon Rider, Skeleton Lords, Half Just Demon Mytha, and Iron King. Or also Smelted Demon if you don't want a pain of a run back. Like, the Freya path is fine. That's the only annoying one is Iron King. Ah, what is going on? I really love it when my camera just gets stuck in that bush. And I can't fucking see what the ball is doing. Come on. Oh, you've done Iron King. Oh, okay. I mean, Sinner is... I mean, I guess... Actually, the annoying thing about Sinner is the pyromancy people. I forgot about them. Yeah, I forgot about the pyromancers that show up in like New Game Plus. I mean, you just need to make sure you kill them first, I guess. Like with multiple people, it can be very easy to just split aggro. And so I think Sinner's fine, so... Well, if you can deal with the pyromancers, it's a non-issue. Yeah, the aesthetics carry over. Okay, what bonfire have you like completely fucked up now because you've used it to farm a bunch of souls? Which boss have you fucked up and made super powerful? Iron King? Right, so you haven't already killed Iron King this playthrough or what? Wait, who have you beaten in New Game Plus? Like, so far? Yeah, God damn it. He was doing the arrows, so I dashed, but I cancelled it with an R1 somehow. Yeah, in New Game Plus, how many bosses do you have dead? Or like, you still in New Game or something? So I can't imagine it would take that long to get back to let's get Stranglaic. Oh, it can't be that bad. And like super scaled up Iron King won't be that bad either. Like if you've already killed him on like New Game Plus 4 difficulty, then he's not really going to be any stronger. So it shouldn't really matter that much. I don't know, like, I mean, Sinner should be pretty straightforward, so... Giant Pursuer, Lords... I assume Lords is Skeleton Lords, yeah. Demon, Mytha, Iron King... I mean, you've got a decent amount then, no? I'm trying to think what you're missing. So you're missing the Freya Path, Rotten, and like a run through Lost Bastille. Like, that's not that bad. You know, hello Yama. Hope you're doing well. Wait, is that New Game Plus or New Game Plus 2, Will? You quit school? Wow. What level of school? Because, I mean, like, obviously it's a big decision, but... Like, if you have the right reasons, then it can work out very well. High school. Oh, okay. I mean, that's the thing. It depends on what decisions you make after that. Because I know... Because, like, I have friends... Like, I have friends over here that, like, quit, like, during or, like, around what is, like, the UK equivalent to high school. And, I mean, they're all getting on fine, you know? So I think it's just a case of... I mean, obviously, like, you know, sometimes school isn't for everyone, like, further study. So, you know, they all didn't want to keep studying and they left or just didn't go in the first place and went into things like apprenticeships or work and this sort of stuff, and they've all like really enjoyed it and are currently doing quite well. So, you know, I think it's a case of like, I mean, obviously it is a big decision regardless, but you know, with the right reasons behind it, then it can definitely turn out to be the correct decision. Just depends like what you've got, you know, lined up following that. I'm pretty sure high school is like the American equivalent to college here, Will. I'm pretty sure it's college. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you know, like, I mean, you know, sure, it can be. Yeah, I completely forgot you're not American. Sorry. Okay, the UK equivalent to what high school is in most places is college, or like is what the UK calls college. We don't call it high school. I mean, if you know what you want to do, and you know what you want to do doesn't need high school. Like if you know what you want to do, what you want to do doesn't need high school, and there's going to be no benefit from going to high school, like in that like field or in that job, then I think it is a perfectly valid decision. Yeah, in the UK, we have... Yes, in the UK we have primary school, then secondary school, then college, which is like what your high school is, and then university, which is like bachelor's degrees and things. You know, like same type of stuff, just called different names. Also, hello Marina. Kind of got drowned out in the back over there, but hope you're doing okay as well. I mean, that's the thing, like, it's obviously always going to look good, and there, in most situations, there is benefit to it, but that's the thing, I have friends who didn't go to college. I have a cousin who didn't go to college because they already knew what they wanted to do, and what they wanted to do didn't need it. So I said they're all doing fine without it. So you know, that's the thing. For me, I did college, or like high school, because for me that's the right thing. But it's not the right thing for everyone, so I'm sure it is the right decision. Your new game plus, okay. Wait, so you need to beat this entire playthrough and then do another one, Will, right? Or then do another, like, half, I should say. Yep, how fun. Oh yeah, so after Strangulate, you still have to run through the entire second half of the game. I mean, if you don't want to, you could always kill, like, 500 invaders or whatever it is. Whatever stupid thing it is to get those spells. So, hello, Osama. I'm doing very well, thank you. Hope you're doing well as well. The practice was paying off until I got hit by Gnitro, so we're fighting Yobu again. Started off well, very quickly went to shit. I mean, that's the thing, Yama, like, if you feel it's the right decision and you have, like, the progression set out of what you're doing now, then, like, it's a perfectly valid decision. No, there's nothing wrong with the decision if you know it's the right one, you know? Like, you know, just because, like, sure, it might look good on a CV doesn't mean it's required, you know? And, I mean, sometimes you can even benefit more from having not done it. Like, if you can say that, you know, I didn't go high school, but, or like, I didn't finish high school, but in the meantime I did this stuff, you know, which has helped, then it definitely can, like, still just be as good as... You know, thank you for the good luck, Vladimir. Hope you're doing well. You did a similar thing? Wait, did you? I mean, I guess you're doing like a half and half, like, work thing, aren't you? Oh no, you're doing a full work thing. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember what you're doing, Will. Or like if you were still at sixth form or not. Dropped out just before the second year. Oh, okay. Yeah, so like... so... Look, I knew you were... I knew you were working, but I couldn't remember if that was like a half and half thing with sixth form or not. That's what I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember if it was a half and half thing or not. I'm sure you've mentioned it before and I just completely forgot, but... Yeah, I'm sure you have told me, but I forgot. This one's on me. Yep. Oh, back to the ball. My favourite boss in Sekiro. Won't even tell me. Yeah, you can't tell me anything because I'll just forget it. You just don't trust me to actually remember anything you say. Dude, I hate it when ball just gravitates towards a corner. And just like stays in a corner. Like, can we stop being over here? I don't even know if he's going to hit a wall. And yeah, no worries, Yama. Like, you know, as I said, like in the correct situation, or like for the right person, it is the correct decision. You know, it's not the correct decision for everyone, but in the right situation for the right person, it is. And if you're one of those people, then I'm sure you'll do very well. Like with high school or not, so you know, I'm sure you'll do fine. Like I'm sure it is the correct decision for you. You know, it's just a case of making it count, I guess. Puerto Rico might go. Okay. Okay, you didn't have to ruin it. Okay. You didn't have to ruin it. I could have used you as an analogy, yeah. I mean, but that's the thing, like I had, like as I mentioned, I have like a cousin and some friends that did that same thing, so I just used them instead. Now you're just mad that I like forgot about that, Will, aren't you? You're just unhappy that I forgot. Oh dear. I mean, in fairness, I haven't actually seen that cousin in particular in probably like 9 months. Because like I have, like my dad has 2 brothers. One of them we used to see quite regularly, but they recently moved away. Then the other set we only really see like every year. Because they both live like reasonably far away. So we still live within like 10-15 minutes of my dad's parents. But both of his brothers live further away, so we only see them like once a year. Where we all like have a meet together and like a barbecue for my nan's birthday. Like I still hear stuff about them, but so I don't see them that often. And one of them's like, I'm trying to even think how old he is. I think one of my cousins now is like 27, 28, so you know, even when we do meet up, it's like hit or miss whether he shows up or not. I mean, it's still nice that we kind of see everyone. You'll actually remember this. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Just throwing shade at me now. Because I forget one thing. I forget one thing. How could I? How could I do such a thing? I mean, my memory's like good for most things. I say most things, like useless things. I should maybe clarify. Useless things I'm very good at remembering. Anything with any sort of vague importance, not so much. That's probably why I'm so good at games. Because it's fucking useless, so I remember it. Oh boy. I'm not even trying to dig myself out of a hole. Like, if anything, the hole's already been sealed shut with concrete, so... Like, I'm not exactly trying to dig myself out of it. But... Just making the point. Okay, Makiri and this shit. Thank you, Jonah. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed the video. With tungsten. Okay, not concrete. Okay. Are we being pedantic here about like what is the best material to actually do that? Yeah, that's another thing, Marina, that like, sometimes even if you're like okay at, like even if you're okay at it, like studying or whatever, sometimes even if you're good at it, it's just not the right thing. Even if you enjoy it, even if you're good at it, it still might not necessarily be the correct thing for other reasons. I think like there are a lot of factors that go into it. It's very hard to say whether a particular decision is correct or not just like at face value, because a lot of stuff goes into it. But yeah. You just found it funny. Okay. So, Mr. Bridges, what is the actual correct material for it then? Surely you would know. Is Sekiro the hardest Souls game to no-hit? Potentially. Okay, no. The reason I'm not so sure is Sekiro is the most different to other Souls games. So if you're familiar with the other Souls games, then you try to learn Sekiro no-hit, you're probably going to have a really tough time. Like, especially if you already no-hit the other games. But it's just a very different combat system. On the other side of it, Sekiro no-hit is the shortest run by far. No, Sekiro no-hit for the shortest ending is like 40 minutes. I think other Souls games are like 2 hours, like hour and a half, 2 hours plus. So it's definitely the shortest. And for me personally, I am most comfortable with Sekiro. Like even before I learnt to no-hit, I was most comfortable with Sekiro compared to other Souls games. So for me personally, it's the easiest, but if somebody who's just like played the Souls games a bit wanted to pick up a no-hit, I could definitely see it being the hardest because of how different the system is. I mean, the parry window in Sekiro is far more generous than Souls games. Like in Souls games, the parry window is tiny. It's like 8 frames or 9 frames or something ridiculously small. In Sekiro, I think it's like half a second or something like that. Because the core mechanic of Sekiro is the parrying, you get a very, very generous parry window. And also there's no wind-up frames. So in Souls, if you press parry, there's a few frames before the parry actually registers. Whereas in Sekiro, as soon as I press L1, the parry is active. So it is far more generous. I mean, you know, sure, it can still be difficult for certain bosses, but the Sekiro parries are way, way more generous than Souls. Wait, Simon, was that Souls parry or Sekiro? That can't be Sekiro parry, right? I swear it's longer than that. I would assume that's Souls parry. I mean, yeah, Sekiro is faster, but you also have much better, like, movement and things. Like, Sekiro is far more fluid when it comes to, you know, your character's general movement. Okay, is that 30 FPS or 60? Because if that's 60 FPS, that seems really low. If that's 60 FPS, that's way lower than what I thought it was. I guess I don't know parry windows then. It definitely doesn't feel that short. But maybe that's just because I'm used to, like, playing Sekiro so much now. But it definitely doesn't feel that short, at least in my opinion. That is honestly crazy, though, if that is, like, actually 60 FPS. Like, a quarter of a second. I thought it was way longer. I haven't played the original Demon's Souls, Jonas, but I've played the PS5 remake. I think I do have a PS3. I think my brother has our PS3. I've played the remake, not the original. Honestly, I think the remake's pretty fun. So obviously I can't really compare it to the original, but like the remake I enjoyed. I mean, like 13 frames is generous, but it kind of seems low to me when it's, you know, it's the entire combat system. Like Sekiro's entire combat system is deflecting, so I don't know, to me it just seems a bit low, but or at least just it feels longer than that, I should say. But I don't know any of the actual like frame data, it just feels longer than that, personally. Yeah, that's the thing, like I've seen like a lot of people I've seen haven't been or like weren't particularly happy with the remake for like one reason or another. But like that's the wrong idol. But say like when I played it, I enjoyed it. I said again, like I haven't got the because a lot of people that were complaining, you know, about it compared to the original. So because I haven't played the original, I can't really comment on that. But I mean, say I think it's a decent remake. Like, I mean, the thing with remakes is you're always gonna get caught in the crossfire of something, you know. Like remakes are never gonna end up universally well received because you're always gonna end up in a situation where either, you know, you changed too much, so it's a bad remake because it's not faithful to the original game, or you change too little, so it's a lazy cash grab of a remake. You know, like you're never gonna. It's very difficult to hit that sort of sweet spot in the middle. You're always gonna have one side or another complain about it. So, you know, remakes in general are tough to do. Like tough to make, like as well received as the original. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the other thing. Just like the graphics update. of updating like 2009 up to 2020 and like 2 generations worth of console. Like just that is a pretty major thing, yeah. Wait, it is 30 frames? Wait. Okay, now I'm confused. Hold on. I assume we're still talking about 60 FPS, yeah? Is the 13 frames for like thrust attack deflect or something? How did I get hit by that? Well, I'm just going to do a no reset run. Like, as I said, I haven't done a run in over a week, so I'm just going to do a no reset. I can't remember any like actual frame data off the top of my head, but I think, yeah, I want to say the Buckler in Elden Ring might give you like 8 or 9 frames. But I think that's like the max you get in Elden Ring. So it's a very low... Like all Souls games in general are very like low parry windows. Yeah, I don't actually know how the first guy hit me. Like normally if I'm going to get hit there, I get hit by one of like these dudes around here, not the guy like all the way down there. So I don't really know how he hit me, but... So we're just going to do a no reset. I haven't done this run in over a week, so, you know, let's just do a run. Like, try and get back into the flow of things. But I don't know what, like, the actual, like, thrust attack deflect is in Sekiro. Like, perilous attacks and things. I don't know what they are. But... No, it's not your fault either, Musa. Like, Gunfort is just always RNG pretty much. There's not much you can do about Gunfort, it's just pure luck most of the time. Or at least the way I do it, it's mostly pure luck. You have sort of good news for the assessment. Ooh. Next one's... Oh, that's not too bad then. Like, if you can get through the next one, then you've got a pretty, like, nice and quick sort of last 3 points then for the part. Oh, that's got to be okay, I guess. You know, next one might take a while, but then once you're past that, the last few should be fine. I mean, so if you can get the part done by the end of the day, and then you've still got, what, like 5-6 days to do, like 5 days to do the last couple parts. I'm sure that's not... I'm sure that'll be okay. Snake Eyes. I did actually go through and, like, I practiced Gunfort yesterday. I, like, ran through it once. So I wouldn't exactly call that practicing, which is probably why I got hit. Yeah, say I don't really know either of some. I think we've got that point where we're just kind of like saying numbers and we don't really know what any of them mean. It's just like, oh, it's 6 frames, like 10 frames, 30 frames, and we just kind of forgot what they mean. So yeah. Well, anyway, like, whatever it is, the point is Sekiro parries are far more generous than Souls parries, you know? Whatever the actual frame data is, the bottom line is they are far more generous. I mean, yeah, I don't know, like... Maybe it's like 12 frames for like thrust attacks or something. I honestly don't know. Nothing. Whatever it is, it's like double the amount you get for Souls parries. Or at least double, I should say. You know, worst case scenario, it's like double. You know, nice, Will. I mean, I know, like, also if you're spamming block, then that does decrease the, like, parry window. Like, if you keep spamming block like that. So, I don't know, like, I think there are other things it can depend on, but... You know, like, what attack it is. Like, I know for Genichiro, like, for Genichiro's, like, the 7-hit combo that he does, and because people can, like, never deflect the 6th hit, but that's because the 6th hit is, I think, it's so quick after hit 5 that the game, like, still registers you as deflecting the hit 5, so it registers hit 6 as a block, or something like, because they're so close together. So I think there are like other situations where it can like mess around with the parry window. Where do you find uncategorized speedruns for games? As a guess, I would have to say just YouTube. Like, you know, if they're not on a leaderboard anywhere, I would have to just, like, guess YouTube. I don't think there is an official site for any of that stuff. Like, you know, I mean, some speedruns have, like, bounties attached to them. So I remember a while ago there was an Elden Ring... There was an Elden Ring, like, competition that was, I think... like RL1 All Remembrances Glitchless or something like that. Or I know people have done competitions of like, you know, do Millicent's questline and kill Melania glitchless as fast as possible. So, you know, some of them come with like bounties, so you could always try and find like the channel or like the group that ran that particular thing, but yeah, I think in most situations, if they're not on an official site anywhere, you'll just have to search on YouTube and see what you can find. So it's like my All Bosses stuff is like just on my YouTube. You know, it's not anywhere else or anything. It's just on my channel. So. You finally have enough people for 2 teams, Will. How lovely. And you're down to under 20 inspections. Are the 20 bridges you have left definitely the correct bridges? You know, just to check, are they definitely the correct ones? Or are you about to go and like service the wrong one again? Are they definitely correct? I still don't understand how you can fuck that up. That is honestly so impressive. You know, how you can be like a safety inspector or like structure inspector or something and inspects the wrong fucking thing. That is impressive. But of course I'm going to remember that. It's a monumental fuck up. Like, it's funny. Like, it's a massive fuck up. It's funny. You know? So, of course I'm going to remember that. How kind is Ape gonna be? Oh, I still remember that fucking glitch we got at the end of Ape. And like whenever, on like the last time we did runs and we had that like bullshit at the very end of Ape where just like one frame turned around and hit me. I mean, even if they are similar, like, looking, how would you not... Like, would you not have descriptions of the exact location? And surely if there were, like, two similar-looking bridges next to each other, your, like, brief would point out, like, which one it is. They're not similar-looking? What, how the fuck did you inspect the wrong one then? If they don't even look similar, how the hell did you do the wrong one? Like... I honestly don't understand you, Will. If they don't even look the same, how? I honestly give up at this point. Yeah, that's the thing was like, I mean, a lot of people... I think the majority of people have probably either found me through all bosses or the 1.0 video. I think, so I'm pretty sure that's where the majority of people will have come from. Like the vast majority. Especially when I did like all bosses in the sort of couple months after it came out. Like after the game came out. Where the fuck am I going? Okay, but would the brief not say this bridge, like, you know, is in some fields, or this is a railway bridge, or would you not have a picture of the bridge or something? Like, I just don't understand how you can fuck that up that badly. It's just funny. Yeah, that's, I mean, let's say, speaking of all bosses, I mean, I've been trying to get this run before I go back to all bosses. Like, my plan, I'll say, I'm going to do all bosses before DLC releases. My plan was to finish this one before I do that, but fucking look how that's going. So maybe I might just start like trying to work it back into stream. For like Wednesday and Friday or something. You know, maybe like try and do that Wednesday, Friday, and this Tuesday, Saturday or something. I don't know. But so part of me wants to keep trying to grind this out. The other part of me kind of wants to pick up all bosses like right now. So we'll see. We will see. I mean, regardless of when I do it though, I probably need to start having a look at it again. You know, in terms of like the different glitches and things. Because there's a lot of shit going on. How long did Melania take me first playthrough? Honestly, I can't remember. I'm trying to think of like a sort of estimate. I mean, it's probably a good like 60 attempts. Like, I can't imagine it would have been less than that. Definitely would have been a good like 50, 60 attempts. But I think the thing that I did with Melania was that I found her really early on and did some like attempts early on. And like didn't beat her then. Wait, have I got the shit from you? Or what? But like I found her. Oh no, there we go. So I found her like quite early on into Snowfield and did some attempts then and didn't win, and then came back much later. And then when I came back later, when it was like, okay, I'm actually gonna beat her now rather than just like see what the fight's like, I think that took me another like 50, 60 attempts. So honestly, overall it was probably around 100. She was definitely difficult, that's for sure. You found me through DS3, that's an interesting one. Like the one piece of DS3 I have on my channel. Definitely an interesting one. Do I actually only have one thing of DS3? I do, don't I? Oh my god. I do only have one DS3. Oh, okay, hang on here. Let me look at this. I want to laugh at you. Okay, so that's one. Yeah. Okay, so that's one bridge. And that's... But how do you make the mistake? Like, okay, sure they look different. I've just seen that, but... How do you make the mistake? Would your brief not say you're, like, inspecting a small footbridge? Not be like, oh, you're inspecting a small footbridge in this area. You didn't see... Oh my god. I honestly don't even know how to respond, Will. I mean, hey, Marina, you will get to find that out on, I guess, also June 21st again. Just like completely failing at bosses. Definitely like that first sort of couple weeks after the DLC releases. Just completely failing at bosses. Gonna be a fun one. Money. But surely if you got coordinates, you'd be able to, like, go to where those coordinates were and see the bridge you were meant to inspect. And if the coordinates were too vague, then you need to tell them to give you better coordinates. But yeah, the DLC is going to be an interesting one, with me trying to beat stuff. I mean, yeah, I will most likely stream the DLC. You know, obviously, a lot of people are going to be playing it themselves, but I will likely stream it. And then I already have like a couple ideas for what I want to do with it once I've actually beaten it casually. So we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, I think like a lot of people will be playing it themselves, so but like my plan is to, I kind of want to play it casually like a couple times and then, you know, and then get on to like some challenge stuff with it. You're going to be on Sekiro by then? That means you're going to get to fight True Monk yourself. You can finally meet your idol. You can meet your idol, Will. Speaking of, absolutely destroyed. Yeah, I really want to see you fight Monk, Will. Like, whenever you do your casual playthrough of Sekiro and you get to Monk, tell us, or like, make sure you record it. Or like, tell us so we can watch, because I want to see it. That'll be a very important moment. Wait, why do I not get to see it? Come on. I need... I mean, you realise I'll just, like, ask Marina to send it to me. If you show Marina, I'll just ask her to send it to me. Like, you cannot win. I will find out. I will find out what Will v True Monk is like. I'll just get Marina to screen record it then, like... You cannot win. I'll just get her to screen record it. No matter what you do, I will find a way to see it. I will find a way. Like, we all deserve to see it. I think everyone deserved to see such a monumentous moment. Come on, I've remembered other stuff before. I can't remember what, but... I've definitely remembered other things that you've mentioned before. You cannot ban me from seeing it. I will find it somehow. I will find a way. But I'm not going to help you at Bloodborne. You don't need helping with Bloodborne. You've seen the entire game. Like, you've literally seen me play the entire game. I've never actually done co-op in Bloodborne. I don't even know how it works. But say, you've seen me play the entire game. Which, honestly, I'm still kind of surprised at how well that went. I'm still kind of, like, surprised at how well that playthrough went. Yeah, we can just do massive Elden Ring co-op. Oh dear. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. I just don't know how it works, Usama. So the only time I've played Bloodborne online is, you know, Saturday. That's the only time I've actually been online playing it. I say, even when I did Chalices for the Platinum, I was offline, so I needed to, like, farm all of the ritual blood. Which took a very, very long time. It's always fun when FromSoft decides that they need part of their Platinum Trophy to be, like, either super easy for online players or super tough for offline players and involve, like, a low drop rate farm. Takes a long time to find someone even with a password. Oh, what a shame. Looks like I can't help you, Will. It takes too long to find each other. Yeah, like, I give you all of these laughs at True Monk, like, on a weekly basis, Will. The least you can do is let me have a laugh at you. I think that's a pretty fair trade. I'd say that's a pretty fair trade. Oh, come on, Will. Bloodborne isn't that difficult. It's not that difficult. I was just, like, bad at it. Actually, so I wasn't even that bad. Only when you need help? Well, yeah, but that's the entire time. Like, you want me to help you with playing New Game Plus DS2, like... like, if you just say, oh yeah, I'll only ask for help when I need it, that'll just be every boss. Like... I mean, am I wrong? Like, let's be honest here, Will. Am I wrong? I'm trying to not see fight True Monk. Totally, yeah. I do not want to see True Monk. I could not think of something I'd rather see less. Definitely. I mean, it'd be faster for you, yeah. Like having someone come through and play New Game Plus with you, but obviously you're kind of relying on that person to actually do it, you know? Like, you know, what benefit do I get out of all the times I, like, help you beating bosses and stuff, you know? Or, like, farming for platinum? What's my benefit? Okay, let's actually lock on for this, see if it helps. See if I can avoid getting hit. Okay, a lock on seems to make it somewhat easier. Yeah, lock on makes it somewhat easier. I mean, you got DS3 Plat before I did because I spent an evening just sitting at my PC, constantly invading you and just letting you kill me. You know? It's definitely a fun evening spent. Very, very much enjoyed just constantly invading and getting killed in DS3. I mean, I was doing other stuff, but still. You know, but still. Sounds like fun. Oh, Marina. Oh, it definitely was. Yeah. I really enjoyed that time I spent 3 hours in like Dark Souls 3 co-op loading screens. It was so much fun. I can't wait to do it again. And help other people out, yeah. But I mean, that's the reason I haven't got DS3 Platinum, because I'm not doing that shit. You know, you've killed me more times than I've killed you, because that's what we had to do for the Platinum. You had to kill me like the 60 times or whatever it was. Probably even more than that. To get all your Covenant stuff. And then when we were done and you were like, okay, now do you want to do it so you can get Platinum? I went, no thanks. Like, when we were done with Will's stuff and he was like, okay, now I'll help you out and you can get your Platinum. I was just like, yeah, no thanks. I'm okay. I'm not sitting here for another 3 hours doing this. Yeah, 90, exactly, even worse. I'm not saying you weren't intending on a fair trade, I'm just saying there's no way in hell that after spending 3 hours doing that, that I was about to sit there for another 3 hours doing the exact same thing. On a file that wasn't even set up for Platinum. Like, that's not even my file that has everything except for the Covenant stuff. Even if I did it on that file, I would then have to go and get like all the sorceries and pyromancies and everything to make up for it, and rings and all that stuff. Because for my Platinum, I'd rather just do 30 playthroughs of the game, picking up one of the Covenant materials every single playthrough. I do have a file like that that's currently on like 14 playthroughs or something. But I'd rather just like keep playing on that file than... I mean, yeah, I did help you with like Cinder and Madeira and all this shit, so... Because again, you couldn't beat them. You've never played Sekiro before? I would definitely recommend playing it. Except for when you get hit. Oops. It's very different to like Souls games, but... It is very fun. I would definitely recommend playing it. I mean, yeah, don't get it if you don't have the money, obviously. But if you did have the money, definitely worth it. I'm kind, just need a bit of persuading. Well, I'm too kind to just say no, I'd rather not do that. Marina, Will would literally just go like, oh yeah, this boss is difficult, help. Still like Midir, like Will has never beaten Midir. I beat it for him. So No, Will has still never beaten Midir. Or this is what he does. This is what Will does, right? He fights a boss, and after how many attempts he beats the first phase, he then realizes there's a second phase, and then because he's beaten the first phase once, he then messages me and is like, "Hey, can we do co-op? Can you just come and like beat the first phase of the boss over and over again so that I can practice the second phase?" Is basically what Will does. He's like, "I've beaten phase 1 once, so I don't need to beat it again. I can get Ember to come and beat it for me and I can do phase 2. Which is what he did with Solar Cinder. Still need to beat Godskin Duo. Yeah, Godskin Duo are definitely tough. They were even worse, like, straight after the game came out, but they're still honestly one of the harder fights in the game. But I think they just take time and, like, trying to learn to separate them. What level are you then, like, roughly? Or, like, what level's your weapon and things? Yeah, Godskin Joe's sleep pots also really help. I honestly don't think I've ever used sleep pots for Godskin Duo. But they are ridiculously helpful. Yeah, I'm just a phase 1 bot for Will. Will's just like, I've beaten this phase once, therefore I never need to beat it again. Yo, hello cats. Nice to see you again, hope you're doing well. Don't get caught, don't get caught. Oh, he's doing this shit. That attack is a lot easier to dodge when you're not right next to him. I am your weapon, yeah. Yeah, I think in my first playthrough I respec'd like 3 times for Godskin Duo. I tried melee, I tried magic. I think I ended up respecing like 3 times. And then in the end, I think I used magic and had like banal summon or something. Like for me to finally beat them. No, definitely a very tough fight. Honestly, first playthrough I would have put them like second only to Melania. Like, I really struggled with Godskin Duo. Is this game worth getting? In my opinion, very much so. It's very different to, like, Souls. It's a very different, like, playstyle and things, but it's definitely worth getting if you have the money. Very, very fun. I don't think it's quite as long as Souls games. But I think it is shorter than Souls games, but there's still a lot of content. But, you know, it can still easily take you like, you know, 30, 40 hours to beat your first playthrough. So there is still a lot of stuff. Honestly, I think I'm better at phase 1 Gale. Like, phase 1 Gale is the easiest phase for me. Because he's not as, like, wild. What, Pulse, are you using the NPC summon or, like, any spirit ashes and things? Because if you're not already, then you definitely should be using those and make sure they're, like, leveled up as high as possible. Where am I going next? Because yeah, because when I first did Godskin Duo, I was very low level. I remember struggling a ton because I was under leveled. I think I was like level 90 for Godskin Duo. Which, you know, first playthrough isn't that much. Let me just think quickly. Because, of course, I didn't do the quest line, so I'm down 5 echoes because I couldn't be bothered. So, 2 butterfly, 3 Ishin, 2 butterfly, 3 Ishin. Drunkard, butterfly, drunkard, owl, 1, 2, 3. I need another 4. 4 of those. 3 of those. Build is like, you know, are you doing like strength? Are you using sorceries, incantations? Like, what weapon are you using? You know, that sort of thing. That's what build means. Because, say, depending on like what weapon you use, it'll drastically change how easy they can be. So I think like 111 I think is a decent level, you know. It's definitely not under leveled, but I mean the thing with Elden Ring is it's very difficult to actually be over leveled. Like you could be fighting the final bosses at like level 160 and you're still wouldn't say you're over leveled in any way. Fuck. I think in other Souls games 111 is quite high, but for Elden Ring it really isn't. Say Elden Ring you could easily finish at like 150, 160. 111 is not that high for Elden Ring. I think for something like Bloodborne, anything above like 90 is quite high. But yeah, Elden Ring definitely not. Also, hello Flame Angel. I'm about to get hit. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I'm just doing a no-hit run, or a no reset of a no-hit run. Fuck. This is why we do no resets. I think Godskin Duo, I think I was like 93. Like, I was very, very underleveled. Because I basically rushed through the entirety of Mountaintops. Because I did not like it. I think the only thing I did in Mountaintops was Fire Giant. I don't actually think I fought anything else. Because I just hated the area and basically just ran through it. So when I got to Godskin Duo at like level 93, it was pretty rough. That's for sure. It was pretty fucking rough. That's thing, like sleep pots and like spirit ashes are very useful because you can use the NPC summon or spirit ashes to split the aggro. So they can focus on one of the god skins and you can focus on the other one. And it really helps. You're not looking forward to Elden Ring. I mean, I'm sure you will be fine. Because, I mean, the other thing with Elden Ring is it's very, very difficult to end up at a wall. Like, in the sense that in other Souls games, there are lots of moments where it's like, you cannot progress until you beat this boss. You know, like you're at this one boss, you cannot progress until you beat it. But Elden Ring, there are very, very few times it's like that. Most of the time you can always just go away and like find some better materials or get some more levels or talismans. I mean, it is a massive game, that is true, but so that size just means you have more stuff available to look for. As I said, you're never at a wall. You can always get more levels or get a better talisman or more upgrade materials, you know? I mean, my first playthrough, I didn't explore everything. You know, I went to the odd side dungeon, but I didn't go around, like, looking for them all. If something looked interesting, I would do it, but I wasn't looking around trying to find everything. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it is very, very difficult to get stuck in Elden Ring. Whereas in other Souls games, I said a lot of times where it's like you cannot progress until you beat this one boss or get through this one area. I'd say my first Souls-like was DS3. Which I think I played in... Oh wait, I have the wrong fucking shuriken on. DS3 I played, I want to say like August or like September 2020 is the first time I played a Souls game. So like August to November was DS3. Then after that I did like half of DS1 but didn't finish it. Half DS1 didn't finish it, then, or like 2/3 DS1. Then I did Bloodborne, Demon Souls, all of DS1, Sekiro DS2, and then Elden Ring eventually when it released. I mean, Sekiro was definitely a weird one to come to, just because of how different the playstyle is. I mean, yeah, that happened to me with Elden Ring Marina. Like, up to Lanedale, I explored everything. And then, when I got to Lanedale and beat Morgort, I was like... Where am I going? When I got to Lanedale and beat Morgort, I was like, oh, okay, we're basically at the end. Melena's just asked me to, like, go and do something quickly. We're basically at the end of the game. So I pretty much just, like, rushed through mountaintops and a part of Farum, beat Fire Giant, and then got to Godskin Duo, and was like, oh, this isn't the end of the game. Like, oh, there's actually still quite a lot more left. So I definitely kind of, like, rushed through the second half. So that's the thing, I was just like, oh, okay, Morgoth's dead, but at the Erd Tree, Melena's just, you know, it's just like a quick fetch quest. Won't take too long. Yeah, and then a few hours later, after dying to Godskin Joe, it's like, actually, this game isn't close to finishing, is it? You never finished Sekiro? Find yourself not having fun? That's a shame. I guess, yeah, I guess, like, not every game can be for everyone. Like, I may love it, but at the end of the day, not everyone is going to like it, so... It's a shame you couldn't get into it, but... That's just how, like, opinions and preferences work. Please stop doing this attack. I'm so bad at that attack. That's the one attack with Drunkard I can never do. But I'm pretty sure I didn't even find, like, Estelle my first playthrough. Like, I'd seen the Lake of Rot from, like, the sort of preview area up high. But it wasn't until... Or I was, like, right about to beat the story, or I might have even, like, killed... Actually, I don't think I killed Elden Beast. I was, like, getting close to beating the story, and I was watching a stream, and they were actually, like, running through Lake of Rot, and I was like, wait, how the fuck should you get down there? And I went back and explored some more until I actually found out, like, how you get to there. But I missed a lot of my first playthrough. Honestly, a lot of the stuff in Elden Ring, I did for the first time. Like, I did for the first time when I started rooting all bosses. But rooting all bosses was the first time I actually found a lot of it. Also, I disagree. I thought I deflected that. Well, this is definitely a no-hit run. Peace Finds Quest 2 playthroughs, the first one did. You did, like, all endings first playthrough, oh my god. First playthrough I got the Fear ending. I remember first playthrough I got the fear ending. Because I'd gotten to the altar. Like, I'd done Rani's quest line and gotten to the altar. But I didn't actually find, like, the little hole in the cathedral you drop down to, like, find Rani. I'd been to the cathedral, but I didn't see the massive fucking, like, hole next to me where you drop down. So, like, I'd done everything for Rani's ending except go down there. So I just ended up getting Fia's first playthrough. And then, like, my second or third playthrough, I actually made sure to actually get the Rani ending. Which basically meant that, yeah, I did Rani's entire quest, like, two playthroughs in a row or something. Yeah, I think there are 6 endings total. But you need 3 of them for platinum. Or like there are 2 like unique separate endings that you both need. And then the other 4 endings are all just like variations of each other. And you need to get 1 of those 4, I think, for the other achievement. At least I think that's how it works. So that's why I played it 3 times. What's in the all achievements run? Why am I putting confetti on there? I was trying to put on echoes. Wait, did you think that I was just like doing the second, third playthroughs for fun, Will? Like, did you think I was just doing that in the all achievements run for just because I felt like doing another 2 playthroughs? But not because they actually like had achievements? I haven't dodged that in ages. Well, I dodged it in practice fine, and now in runs I cannot do it. Well, that's definitely a run. I was going to say, like, you have to have worked out that I wasn't just playing the game another 2 times for the sake of it. Okay, you only... Oh, okay, fair enough. If you only thought there were 3. Yeah, you definitely worded the question a bit wrong. I mean, Vanilla... Honestly, Vanilla can be an annoying fight if you're underleveled. Because of, like, the summons and all the spells and stuff. Like, by the time one summon's cleared, she just instantly summons the next one. My favourite part about Vanilla is just, like, the run back just doesn't matter. Like, the shortcut for Vanill's run back just isn't a shortcut. It's the same length of time, and if anything, you have to run past more enemies. Like, it's so fucking pointless. Yeah, as a mage, I can imagine. The one saving grace for magic is Rock Sling. Because it's physical damage. Well, that's what I did in my mage run. I had to use Rock Sling for Inala. Because her magic resist is... I think she has like 80% absorption. Yeah, one weapon playthroughs are honestly a lot of fun. Especially if they're like weapons you haven't used before. I mean, you know, just like what I did on Saturday with Bloodborne. Well, I played Bloodborne a ton, but for that casual playthrough, just decided to use a weapon that I'd never used. And honestly, it was a lot of fun. Like, obviously just playing Bloodborne again, but also using a different weapon. I honestly, like, don't know what weapon I would pick. Like, if I had to do a, like, casual Elden Ring playthrough right now, I honestly don't know what weapon I would pick. For like, early game. After Leyndell, I'd probably use Morgoth's sword. I use that casually, and honestly, it's maybe my favourite weapon in Elden Ring. But before Leyndell, I do not know what I would pick. Well, obviously, I could be boring and just use like Bloodhound Fang, but honestly, also like as sort of like unoriginal as it sounds, Moonveil is a very fun weapon. Like, even though it's quite like, I guess, overused or something, it is a very fun weapon. I've never really tried Bolt of Grand Sax, I'm gonna be honest. I've never really tried that weapon. I honestly haven't messed around with too many legendary weapons. I've used Darkmoon Greatsword. I've used, obviously, Sonaf. What other ones even are there? I honestly don't think I've ever used a colossal weapon. Actually, the only colossal weapon I've used in Elden Ring is Malekith's. Will you have Google? Or like autocorrect or something, surely. You like Cleanly? I honestly don't know. Do you not just have autocorrect? As in like cleanliness. I'm your Google. Uh-huh. I'm your Google and like your phase 1 summon. That's how it works now. Wait, Will, out of curiosity, is English or Welsh your first language? I can't remember you ever saying. Welsh? Okay. I know, I kind of like assume that given you are Welsh, but just out of curiosity, yeah. So do you do all your work in Welsh then? Or like all of your colleagues speak in Welsh, or does it like depend? I mean, honestly, that's happened. Like, that's happened to me a couple times with certain words before, where like you just spell it so wrong that not even autocorrect knows what you're trying to say. You're trying to spell something and it's just Like, even autocorrect hasn't got a clue what you're trying to write. And it's just like, nah, sorry, I give up. Or it phrases it very delicately like, we could not find this in the dictionary. I would do it in English, yeah. I guess for clients and things that is easier. So the majority of you speak Welsh, but you do it in English because it's easier. Makes sense. How does Margit die, then come back alive at Altus Plateau? The Margit you fight in Stormvale is just like a... Actually, no, that one isn't a projection. But you don't actually kill him, I think. I honestly can't remember if the Margit Stormvale is or isn't a projection. The one in Lanedale definitely is. That's just like a projection of him. I can't remember if the Stormvale one is or not. But whatever it is, he doesn't actually die. Yeah, Welsh is very different from English, Marina. Like, you haven't got a hope. Well, the way Welsh works is you take English, you get rid of all the vowels, and you only use the most uncommon letters. You only use like W, D, L, and Y. And you have like, and maybe H. And you have like no vowels. Like, it's completely different. Like, I would not have a hope of understanding anything in Welsh. You know, unless they sounded like very, very similar to what it is in English, I would not have a hope. Yeah, exactly, Will. Exactly. Point proven. I have not got a clue what that says. Yeah, that's what Welsh looks like. It looks like Elvish, oh my god. Yeah, that's Welsh. It's such a weird language. It does kind of look like something an author or like writer would make up for a like movie or book or something. I'm not a posh boy, come on. Roderica over here. Not that posh. Yeah, but Welsh is something else. I mean, that's the thing with like all like British languages, and also stuff like Gaelic are just completely different. I think you had all those sorts of languages, and then you had all those different languages in like parts of the UK, and then the English basically came along and were like, nah, this is what we're speaking. But I hated, like, I guess like obviously learning the language is different, but for like sort of like English language stuff at school, I hated that. I assume you have something similar in Austria where like you learn a different language, then you also have, you know, in your native language you have like reading and analysis type classes. They have to like analyze books and things, and I absolutely hated that. I think like learning a different language, well, like those classes I didn't mind, but I was okay with. But like the sort of native language, like analysis stuff, was awful. I absolutely hated it. I really wanted to learn German, but we didn't have the choice, which is really annoying. Like the secondary school, the secondary school that I went to and that I looked at, in my final year of primary school, when we looked at like the language options, German like was still an option. But when I actually had to like select a language to start school, they'd removed it. So I couldn't choose it. So when we looked around it, you had the choices of French, Spanish and German. And like I really wanted to pick German and do that. Okay, that's just bullshit. Bull gave us an ape meme. But saying then when it actually came time to like pick which one I wanted to do, they'd remove German. No, I'm not going to restart. First time back after a week and a half, I think I'm just going to play. I think we'll just play. I mean, that one wasn't exactly my fault, so... Yeah, French is... so like, I just don't get French. In terms of like the voice and stuff. So like, I did Spanish, which I found a lot easier in terms of like the actual voice or whatever. Like my voice suited it much better, I think. I need to rest, fuck. Still would have preferred to do German, but... Like, I enjoyed Spanish, but by the time I got to, like, the end of my last year, I kind of given up at that point. Not gonna lie. I'd already just kind of, like, given up on it. Probably shouldn't have done, to be honest. Like, probably isn't a wise decision to just completely give up on a second language. But, I mean, that's what I did, so... I mean, I haven't had to use it yet. So currently I've gotten away with it, but... Still think it would have been helpful to actually, like, do a proper qualification in the language. If I learn Welsh, you'll pay me £50? No. I mean, I'm not saying you wouldn't, but if I'm going to learn a second language, I'd actually, you know, I'd learn a useful one. So, no thank you. Like, if I was going to learn a second language, I would learn one that could be, that was spoken by more than like 10 people. You know? Honestly, I would pick something like, you know, like Spanish, Japanese, German, that sort of thing, probably. I mean, the thing with Welsh is it's not, like, super necessary. Because, like, even if you went to live in Wales, a lot of people still speak English. The same thing with, like, Swedish. Like, really cool language. Swedish is a really cool language, but it's not super useful because the majority of people in Sweden also speak English. So even if you went to, like, live in Sweden, it's not, I wouldn't say it's, like, overly necessary. I mean, if you actually went to live there, then maybe you'd, like, want to at least have an idea about it, but, you know, it's not, like, super necessary. Yeah, I'm just insulting all of Wales here. Will is deeply hurt by this revelation. Yeah, I guess that's the thing with, like, a lot of, like, Germanic languages being vaguely similar. Like, similar enough that you could, in theory, speak to people in, like, your own native language and you could still reasonably understand each other. I mean, and also, again, like, Denmark, like, Scandinavia in general, like, they just, in general, have pretty good English. Like, even if their native languages are cool, they just have pretty good English. All of them. And, like, you know, the majority of people can speak it. So it's not, like, that necessary to learn those languages. I'm saying, unless, you know, unless you're actually going to go and, like, live there, it's not that necessary. Yeah, I could imagine how much of, like, a struggle that kind of thing is. Like when you're English, or just like when a second language isn't that good, but like all of the stuff you play or watch something is in English, or like is in that second language, trying to like figure out what they mean is probably quite a nightmare. Just destroyed your country in one sentence. Will is speaking for the entirety of Wales because he's the only one there. I'm sorry. Oh boy, it's not exactly the most populated country, let's be honest. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It can definitely be hard on people if they haven't learned it, because now it's just such a... Because now it's just kind of like, I guess, the quote-unquote, like, globally recognised language. You know, in the sense that if you're going to learn a second language, you learn English, kind of thing. So I guess it can definitely be hard on people if they... Like, older people if they don't learn it. Well, I guess I am lucky in the sense that it is my first language, but I still wish I could like speak a second, or at least like be able to like read and understand a second, even if I couldn't necessarily like speak it. I think Will's just gone to cry. I think he's just left after that one. Oh dear. I mean, that's the weird part. I mean, the UK is just weird. Like, Wales is a country, but it isn't. You know, it's weird. Same thing with Scotland and Northern Ireland. You know, they like are countries, but they're not. So it's a like weird situation. Yeah, same thing with England as well. Like they're countries, but they're not. So you're just gathering your 5-person army. 5-person, like 2,000 sheep. The Welsh army. Oh yeah, that's the thing, Cats, because there's... I think it's probably more the other way round. But I think, you know, just because of like how... I guess like how powerful sort of like English-speaking countries were at certain times, that just kind of became like the default second language, which in turn meant that there was a lot of like English content to learn from. You know, because obviously like the British Empire having control of like 20% of the world, or like 25% of the world at one point, definitely would have meant that would have definitely spread English to a lot of places, which would then just mean that there's more material. Yeah, that's it. It's just the fact it's kind of become like the sort of de facto global language in a way. Sending your sheep assassins. Oh no. They're not going to be very good because, like, you know, you're in like an alley or something, or you don't know if you're alone or not, and then you just hear, you know, you think you're being followed, and you just hear, it kind of gives it away. I don't think they'd be very good. I don't think they'd be the most effective assassins. A bit too noisy and a bit too clumsy. Wouldn't be the best, I don't think. I mean, you definitely hear them coming. They just chill on your balcony. Yeah, I just have them in my garden. Just have the sheep in the garden, and then when they get deployed for a mission, off they go. You heard either something really... Wait, what? Wait, what did I say? Wait, now I'm confused. What did I say? Why are you like this? What? See, this is what I say something, then like a minute later, someone's like, "Oh, that sounded really weird," and it's like, "Wait, what did I say again? Is it actually weird or?" I can't even remember what I said. Read what I said after I said they were trained. Yeah, I never paid attention to that message because I read it, Will. I didn't pay attention to that one, I read it. I saw that and was just like, I am not reading that out. You'd hear them coming, yeah, because they fucking make the bear noise. And they're clumsy, so they probably like knock stuff over or something, so you'd hear them coming if they were actually like trying to find you. Oh, I swear to God, Will, oh my, just fix your brain. Fix your mind. Yeah, I'm from the UK, cats. England. Seriously, Will, you need to get your mind sorted out. Yeah, grow up. Grow up. Like... I don't know, Marina, that could be taken out of context as well, given that Will's here. I'm sure he could take that out of context. Oh, looks like he already has. Okay, don't mind me. Fuck's sake. Looks like he already has. Oh my god. Will, what is actually wrong with you? Seriously, Will? There is actually no hope anymore. I said it because I just saw it and was like, oh no, Will's going to take that out of context, isn't he? And surprise, surprise, he did. You noticed after sending it, oh no. Too late. It could not be stopped. They're just being held hostage by Will. I mean, okay, yeah, I first mentioned sheep, but then you turned them into a like assassin army or whatever it was. I just mentioned them. Nothing going on here. I got shit RNG again. And oh my god, I suck. Do you have 800 like on your farm? Well, this might have gone slightly wrong. Whoops. You have 800 just on your land. Yeah, oh my god. How many fucking sheep does that place have? You want sheep just to be able to eat grass, Marina. Just to like look after a lawn or something. Honestly, sounds like a pretty cool idea. Why hire a gardener when you can just buy a sheep? Simple. Simple. Easy solution. Your grass is too long? Just get Dave to eat some of it. Fucking Dave the sheep. I don't know why that's the first name I went to. I don't know why I was like, okay, I need to think of a name for a sheep. Yeah, Dave. That sounds like a good one. You want to say something, but I'm going to be mad. Okay. What have you got, Will? Yeah, perfect name for sheep. Perfect name for sheep. Just not sure why that's the why that was the first name I went to. Could have at least gone for like Sean or something. What was... You're missing the point. What was my idea of what to do with the sheep? What was my idea? When did I say what my idea was? You're the one that mentioned making them assassins. My idea was just having a sheep army. Like that seems like a pretty good idea. Lawn mowers by day, sheep army by night. Yeah, Shaun the Sheep is in the UK as well. That's why I said like Shaun could have been another one. It's a thing in the UK as well, yeah. Yeah, don't know why Dave was my first choice, but I mean now we have Dave the Sheep, so yeah, Dave is better. They should consider sheep for lawnmowers. I can't imagine it would be the most like accurate cut. Like imagine it would probably be kind of like wobbly, like the level of grass. You know, wouldn't exactly be constant like a lawnmower. I mean, Shaun the Sheep is probably just everywhere. Like, it's one of those shows that's probably just been translated into like every language in existence. It's probably just one of those things. And it's just one of those like popular cartoons that just gets translated everywhere. So I've never really watched it that much, I don't think. Yeah, honestly, like, cartoons in, like, different languages are honestly so funny. I remember in year 8, so I would have been, I think, 12, with the school we went to Rome. We went to Rome with the school as, like, end of year sort of, like, fun thing. And I remember, like, our friends and I found a cartoon. I want to say it was... I don't even think it was a standard cartoon. I want to say it was, like, Russian. But it was called, like, Oggy and the Cockroaches. And it was the best fucking thing ever. Like, we were fucking waking up. We were, like, 12, 13-year-olds waking up at, like, 6:30 in the morning to watch Oggy and the Cockroaches in Italy. Like, international cartoons are fucking whack, but they're so funny. There's no way that's English. There's no way that's an English series. Surely. I've never seen it in the UK, or even heard of it, like, being shown in the UK. Like, we tried to find it in the UK, but we could not find it. So the only time I've ever seen that was in Rome, in like when I was like 12 or 13, for like the week in school. I've never found it in the UK. So I mean, but whatever like language it was originally in, that is a good fucking cartoon. So I've never. Is that actually in the UK? No shot. No, it's a French animated television series. Yeah, country of origin France. Okay. Yeah, it originated in France. There you go. I was gonna say I could not find it in the UK. So other countries' cartoons are just, some of them are just whack, but also amazing. Oh yeah, I just quickly googled it and it said that it was created by some French people, so by like French animators. Yeah, it's basically Tom and Jerry, but that's the thing, I've only ever seen it in that 1 week. I've never seen it any other time. It was still so good. Japan's cartoons are interesting. Depends on which ones you watch. I've never heard of Inazuma 11. What the fuck is that, Will? Yeah, Yama doesn't need to tell us what they search. Yeah, I've never heard of that, Will. What is it? It's literally everybody's youth. Well, it's not fucking my youth, that's for sure. My youth was Phineas and Ferb. Scooby-Doo, Tom and Jerry, Phineas and Ferb, and then a bit later on Gravity Falls. That was mine. Gravity Falls is still a fucking goated show. So Phineas and Ferb's so basic. Okay, fuck off. Just because something's good doesn't make it basic. There's a reason so many people liked Phineas and Ferb, because it's a fucking good show. That doesn't mean it's basic. I also remember watching stuff like Kicking It and Lab Rats on Disney XD. Fucking Disney XD, holy shit. Yeah, Marinas are probably slightly out of the slightly like... This is probably after Marina's childhood. Dude, Disney XD was great. I would wake up... We would wake up at like 7. We'd wake up at 7. Tom and Jerry played from 7 to 7:30. Scooby-Doo played from 7:30 to 8, and then Phineas and Ferb played from 8 to 8:30. Between like Boomerang and Disney XD. It was fucking amazing. And then when I got home, there would be like Kicking It in Lab Rats and stuff like that. Or Gravity Falls or whatever. At like 5. But I was sorted like my entire day. Dude, Boomerang was a goated channel. Boomerang was fucking incredible. I honestly didn't watch that much Cartoon Network. I didn't really watch that. Yeah, I watched Boomerang all the time. Like Tom and Jerry followed by Scooby-Doo. Like, you can't get much better. No, I never watched any of like the Pokemon or Digimon stuff. I'm honestly just not into Pokemon. I think the only Pokemon games we actually own are Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. I think my brother owns all of them. I've never just like been that interested in it. I missed out. Uh-huh. I mean, maybe I could watch it at some point, but so I was never into it. I think I just watched like Tom and Jerry and Scooby-Doo, and so we found Phineas and Ferb when we were in Florida. We were in Florida, and it was just like one of the shows on the TV that we had at our place. Why do I always select the wrong option there? Yeah, I watch football, Will. But I mean, I watch it occasionally, and like kind of follow it. Oh, is that like a football thing then, Will? That's it, I've honestly never heard of it. I've honestly never heard of it in my life. Guess I kind of have to at least like look at what it is. What like channel was it on then? Or like, because I don't remember ever even like seeing it on a channel and just like not watching it. It's like if Genshin characters played football. Okay, here's the thing though. Like, I honestly got really confused when he said Inazuma 11 because Inazuma is a region in Genshin, and that's the only fucking thing I could think of when you said Inazuma. I don't remember ever watching Kicks. It's Japanese. Well, yeah, there's more than one Japanese word. Like, you know, like, there's more than one Japanese word. So them being the same is just like a coincidence, but yeah, that's the only thing I could actually think of when you said Inazuma. Someone kills a bear by kicking a ball at it. Yeah, that definitely sounds interesting. So I don't remember ever watching Kicks, is the thing. I don't know when it started. Like, surely it would have started before me. I don't know just why I've like never heard of it. Like Kicks or that show. I also remember watching... I'm trying to think what it's called. It wasn't a cartoon. I'm trying to think of what channel it was on. It was called like Mystery Hunters or something. I can't remember what channel it was on. It might have been on like Discovery or something. I remember watching that as a kid because that was like 7 to half 7 as well. That was like 6:30 to half 7, so if I got up early I could watch that. I don't remember what channel that was on. Yeah, I think it was like two teenagers like went around to different places and like investigated like mysteries or something. It was kind of like, or like taught about mysteries or different creatures or disappearances or this sort of thing. I remember watching it all the time. I really liked it, but I can't remember what channel it was. But say that was always like 6:30 to half 7 or like 6 to 7. So if I ever woke up early, I was also sorted before Tom and Jerry came on. Powerpuff Girls. Not me. So I honestly didn't watch any like Cartoon Network or anything. So I really just like I honestly just found like 3 shows and stuck to them. Yes, I've heard of Blue Lock. Well, I haven't seen it, but I've heard of Blue Lock, but I haven't heard of Inazuma 11. I'm trying to think if there were any like other cartoons that I watched a lot. Okay, important question though. What are your favourite versions of Scooby-Doo? What's your favourite like Scooby-Doo version? And that there is a correct answer. Between stuff like Where Are You, What's New Scooby-Doo, like the Scooby-Doo show, Mystery Incorporated, like all this sort of stuff. There is a correct answer. None of them overrated show. Okay, you're banned. Yama's banned. You can just get out of it now. How is Scooby-Doo overrated? Okay, the correct answer, What's New Scooby-Doo is best, with Mystery Incorporated a very close second. Like, Mystery Incorporated for, like, slightly more mature or, like, slightly older was goated. I still think What's New is best. Yeah, the movies were also really good. Especially, I mean, obviously the live action ones were something else, but the animated ones were also really good. My favourite one was the Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. That's my favourite of like the animated Scooby-Doo movies. I'm dead. Another goated movie. I think The Witch's Ghost was also good. Yeah, Cyber Chase is just the best one. Like, it's not up for debate. Camp Scale Scream? Yeah, I don't know. Witch's Ghost was really good in, like, around New England. Okay, Will, did you ever get, like, fucking terrified by Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island? That shit was scary as fuck. Like, with, like, the three, or, like, the two, I want to say sisters, but I don't think they're sisters, where they, like, go and investigate the house and they're, like, werewolves and stuff. Like, that was so fucking scary. That one was horrifying. Fucking terrifying movie. But yeah. What were they thinking, like, marketing that for, like, kids watching Scooby-Doo? What the fuck were they thinking? The singing one? Which one's that? I remember there was, like, I want to say it's called, like, Vampire Rock or something. I remember that one. I don't know if that's the one you mean. I don't think I remember a talent show one, if that's not Vampire Rock. Isn't Vampire Rock, or whatever it's called, where they had like Kiss do a cameo or something? Or like Kiss was in it or something? Yeah, I don't know which one you mean then, Will. Oh, I remember the Hex Girls. Were they in Vampire Rock as well? I'm sure like Kiss showed up in a couple different times. Wait, Kiss had their own film? I remember there was one in like a theatre or something. There was some like dude that flew around something, destroyed the set. I don't know, that's probably super vague. I honestly don't remember the WWE ones. I don't remember the WWE ones. Oh, that's the one you're on about. Oh. Yeah, yeah, okay, I might remember that one then. But, I mean, that's the only real part of it that I do remember. Is it like the theatre with like the dude destroying the like lighting or the props or something? I don't really remember more of it than that. So I've definitely watched it at some point. I mean, I wouldn't say that's an unpopular opinion, Yama. Like, Divine Dragon OST is very good. I honestly don't think that's an unpopular opinion. I think a lot of people really like it. Smells. I don't remember that one, Will. I don't remember that. I mean, my favourite Sekiro OST is Father Owl. Father Owl is 100% my favourite OST, like, track. I won't deny that, like, Dragon is pretty cool. Wait, Will, is that another Scooby-Doo film? Because I don't remember that. I remember one in like Egypt and a curse or something. And they were like investigating like in the pyramids or the Sphinx or something like that. I remember there was something like that. Yeah, I honestly don't remember that one, Will. You don't want to spoil it. What, you're worried about spoiling like a 21-year-old? You're worried about spoiling a Scooby-Doo film for a 21-year-old? Like... Really? Loch Ness was good, yeah. Loch Ness Monster was a good one. There's a divine dragon in it. Yo, from soft copying Scooby-Doo movies? What is this? I'd say there are a lot of good ones, but... So, I mean... Cyber Chase is still the undisputed GOAT of Scooby-Doo films. I don't care what anyone says, they're not beating Cyber Chase. Where's my mummy? Maybe? I mean, I remember there's definitely like one in Egypt and then around like the pyramids or Sphinx or something. And there's like a locust swarm. Sounds like I haven't watched them all. I mean, there are quite a fucking lot of them. There are a lot of them. When's Elden Ring but AI guides me? I should just use Will instead. I think we'll get pretty similar results. Just like have Will tell me where to go for the entirety of the playthrough. It would be pretty similar results to AI, I feel. Stage fright, yeah. I remember that, yeah. Yeah, honestly, I don't think you'd be able to tell the difference between Will and AI. Like, telling me where to go. I remember the Blue Falcon ones, but like... Okay, Sandwich, I remember them, but I don't remember them. Like, I remember seeing them, but I can't really remember what they're about. It's just do a playthrough where you just have, like, Will posting messages like where to go. Will's just like, go and fight Melania as boss 1. Easy. Scooby-Doo and Kids Rock and Roll Mystery. I don't think I remember that one. Yeah, so there are definitely some of the films I haven't seen. I'm not sure how many, but I probably honestly have a lot of them in my cupboard. Like, we have a lot of like discs and stuff. Oh, that's the Kiss one. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've definitely seen that then. Yeah, don't care about Margit or Godric or needing like the 2 great rooms for Melania. Or like to get into Lanedale, just straight to Melania. You know, just ignore all. Ignore all any like required sense of progression. Just do glitches to get to Melania first. I don't even think you can skip Loretta anymore. Definitely pre 1.03 you could skip Loretta in Haligtree. Because I found the skip, and then I think there was another skip you could do. But I think that one also got patched. There's a Return to Zombie Island film. I mean, there's no way it's as scary as the first one, though. Like, they're not beating the first one for, like, fright factor. No chance. Like, there's no way they could beat the original Zombie Island. Like, that shit was scary. Like, the original Zombie Island is always going to be their scariest movie. You just beat Long Arm Centipede Giraffe. That is that one, okay. By Long Arm Centipede Giraffe, how far are you through the game? Have you got the Gunfort Shrine key? Like, can you go through the door, or are you still stuck there? Do you need to get a key to go through the door? Because I think that also affects it. Probably say... Okay, you don't have the key, okay. If you don't have the key, probably like... maybe 20%? Probably not even that, actually. If you still don't have the key, then probably like 10-15%. Like, that's the thing, it's not as big as other Souls games, but it's still a pretty decently sized game. And saying that's only really for like main story or like main bosses and stuff. If you do like all the other extra stuff, then it's even less. Why am I so greedy? I don't know why I always attack twice there. You thought Camp Scare was the scariest at one point. How? I don't remember that one being scary. I don't remember that one being that scary. Which one was that, like, in case I'm just thinking of the wrong one? I honestly don't remember that one being scary. You know, take care, get a grip. Thank you for the good luck. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Yeah, I don't remember that one being scary. But then again, I was scared by the, like, ghost that appeared at the end of Rich's Ghost. Like, the, like, author's wife or whatever it was. I was scared by that, so... Yeah, I don't remember that one being scary. Why am I so greedy there? Oh my god. I mean, the scariest ones I remember are obviously Zombie Island. So I remember being scared a lot by Witcher's Ghost as well. Those, honestly, those are the only ones that I remember being, like, really scared by. Actually, no, I remember... Okay, this isn't one of the movies, but I remember... It was one of the shows. I want to say it was the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. Like, that show I really did not like because I found it scary. It's like some of the... Shit. Some of the ghosts in that were fucking terrifying. Even just like the sort of intro, like title sequence, like some of the ghosts I did not like. You've never beaten this boss fairly, you always throw him off a cliff. I mean, I can't blame you. I honestly can't blame you. I think my first playthrough Demon took me like an hour and a half to beat. I think the 13 Ghosts ones, honestly, I found them scary and I didn't really like them. You know, like Zombie Island was scary, but I liked it. 13 Ghosts I didn't really like and they were scary. Hirata. You want to trade Mulaney for Demon of Hatred? Or was it like put Demon of Hatred in... Oh, was in swap them around in their games? Like put Demon of Hatred in Elden Ring and Mulaney in Sekiro? Honestly, I could see that. That would be funny. I think people have definitely put Mulaney in Sekiro. I don't know if anyone's put like Demon in Elden Ring. At least I have two things to watch now. I sure do. That's it. But the weird thing with that one is that, like, it's not even just a case of I haven't seen it. I've not even heard of the Samurai Sword one. You know, it's not the case that I just haven't seen it. I don't even remember knowing it existed, which is why I was kind of surprised. Demon is close to the fire thing from the DLC announcement. Oh no. It's just like a combination of Demon of Hatred and Fire Giant. I mean, that's the thing, like, even from that DLC announcement, I can already tell that that fire thing is gonna be a dogshit boss. Like, that thing is gonna be dogshit. Like, I can already tell. It will help with Sekiro. Of course it will. Of course it will. Yeah, I'm fully expecting that fire thing to just be absolute dog shit. Team in the Bloodborne playthrough, and yeah, I forgot how much I hate ROM. Yeah. I always forget how much I hate ROM. Honestly, ROM is probably one of the worst bosses in New Game. Once you get into New Game Plus, though, it definitely becomes Mikalash. Like, above New Game Plus, the worst boss without question is Mikalash, because Cool Beyond actually starts one-shotting you. I think the fire thing in the DLC is going to be complete trash. Honestly, the boss I'm looking most forward to, or like the one that looks the most interesting to me from that trailer, is the like hippo crocodile porcupine thing. Like that was the one that I liked the look of the most and thought could be a cool fight. So it kind of looks like hippo crocodile porcupine magma worm in a way. It's kind of interesting to see what they do with that. I also wonder if there will be another Shadow of the Erdtree trailer. Like if they'll put something out on release or close to release, or if like that's the one trailer, you know. I would kind of expect that that is just the one trailer, but I'm not sure. The lady in Flowerfield, I honestly can't tell if that's supposed to be a boss or just like if it's supposed to be a boss or just like NPCs showing off new armor set or something. She doesn't really look the size of a boss, but at the same time it's a field of flowers. Like FromSoft Field of Flowers, like I wonder if it could be like a PvP something. Not Mesmer? Honestly, okay, here's the thing. I'm not overly sold on Mesmer's design. That probably sounds weird given that I spent over 300 quid on a statue of him and his helmet, but I'm not overly sold on his design. Like he kind of looks like a Godskin Apostle in Drake armor to me, like in a weird way. He just looks like a bit strange. I mean, I still think he looks cool, but I'm not like completely sold. Definitely not the same way, of course, with like around the original game with obviously like seeing Melania or Malekith or someone. But I just think he looks a bit odd. Yeah, like a lanky godskin apostle with like red hair. Because Melania is hot as fuck. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. No, hello again, Ratchet. I've never been hit by that enemy. How the fuck did I just get hit by him? Okay. Yeah, the Lady Butterfly loop is like really easy to do. You can also do it with like side steps or just spamming attack. Mummy gang. Oh no. Fuck. Why do I never deflect that? It's because the timing's weird because she like hits the back of me when the deflect window's worn off. Shit. Rani Hotter? I mean, you're just wrong. You're just wrong. Oh shit, I didn't hear that. Yeah, the headlesses are always annoying. Headless and the like 7-spear dude at the end are always really annoying. Not oh my god. I mean, I do have to agree with Marina on this one. I've got to go against your agility here. Got to take Marina's side. I mean, there's no point resetting now because we're almost at the end and there's not time to do another full run, so I was always just going to finish this run off. Still need to put in a case for Millicent though. The underrated waifu. Because there are no indications on my channel whatsoever that I like Millicent. I don't think there's any indication whatsoever. I think I've... You know, it's not very obvious. There's maybe the odd mention, but I don't think it's obvious in the slightest that I like Millicent. Millicent is not it. I mean, not that Millicent, because you never spell her fucking name right, Will. She doesn't have an S in her. You always spell Millicent with an S. I always see you type Millicent with an S, and I never mention it. You always fucking spell her name wrong. Yeah, there's no indication on my channel whatsoever that I like Millicent. I think I've kind of hidden that quite well. How do we go from talking about cartoons to Elden Ring waifus? That's just the way it is. Yeah, no indications whatsoever. Honestly, I don't know how we've gone from like cartoons to sheep back to Elden Ring waifus. It's been quite the range of topics, let's say. Good old Dave. Mm-hmm. Average end the chat. Yep. That's just how this is. I wasn't supposed to use that. This is what my chat has become. Just have a rule, as long as the run is no hit, it stays related to Sekiro. Now, honestly, I think this is like even better. Honestly, I think it's even funnier when like a video gets uploaded and then if someone like reads the chat, it's just like, what the fuck are they talking about? Or especially if it's like an edited video. Like maybe not so much on something like what this would be, but it would just be like an uncut video. But on like an edited video where you'll just see like snippets of chat. You know, you just see like small amounts of chat and it'll be normal, and then there'll just be like this 1 5-second clip every now and again that's just the most deranged message ever. I think that's when it's even funnier. Our opinion, Father is the hardest boss in Sekiro. I mean, he's one of the harder ones, in fairness. Apparently, recently, I can't no-hit him. I've honestly probably failed him the most no-hit recently, in terms of practice and runs. He's honestly probably got harder for me recently. Yeah, or just keep making fun of me. Uh-huh. Of course. God, Dave and Scooby-Doo, yeah. It's definitely been a chat, that's for sure. It has definitely been a chat. I always just walk straight into that. This is definitely the most like unhinged chat we've had for a stream yet. It's like even in the Bloodborne playthrough on Saturday, we actually still talked about Bloodborne. Like even in that, it was still like Bloodborne related. And now today it's just been just completely random. Honestly, those 2 runs for no resets weren't that bad. I mean, I reset once on Genichiro at the very start, but... I mean, you still didn't hop out that much of the time, Will, is the thing. Like, you still saw, like, every fucking boss. Okay. Okay, before I finish, there's actually one more thing I want to do. Sheep Waifus cartoons sounds like a good chat. There's one more thing I want to do. This is to make up for last Tuesday. Might notice something different now. This is to make up for last Tuesday. Yeah, you might be noticing something slightly different with the flashing. We never got to have a look at Demon. And I want to go and have a look at Demon. This is just a little fun thing at the end before I finish stream. Because I never got the chance to go and have a look at Demon on Tuesday when we finished the run. And I did kind of say I would go and have a look, so we're just going to go and do that now quickly for a bit of fun. Dude, look at how quick the game is all of a sudden. But seriously, today, or like last night and today, is the first time I've played Sekiro since playing on this speed. So trying to practice the stuff felt really slow. Oh my god. Yeah, as soon as I said, oh yeah, to make up for something, everyone just, all of a sudden, just super quiet. Let's just have a look. That's the thing, I doubt I'm actually going to win, but I just want to have a look. Let's just have a laugh. Yeah, there's a reason I didn't say I was going to beat this. There's a reason I said I wasn't beating this. Yeah, this is why we didn't do this. Oh, this is so funny though. Thank God Ishin's the required boss and not Demon. Thank God Ishin is the one that's required. Okay, let's fuck. Let's not do that. I mean, in a weird way, it kind of seems winnable. I have to eventually get this. Next stream is tomorrow. Oh, okay. There we go. GG. Next stream is tomorrow. It will be more Sekiro. No hit. I need to go and practice some stuff. Wait, what's in 2 hours, Will? Yeah, very intense battle there. I can't believe I was able to win. Will, Marina didn't send that message. Are you aware of this fact? Marina isn't the one that asked. Are you okay, Will? You fucking idiot. Oh my god. Oh dear. You absolute idiot. And yeah, this is normal speed again, which now already just feels like slow motion. Yeah, what has your brain been doing today, Will? Actually, you know, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. Blame college work. If you say so. College work. Of course. How am I doing it before you now? Come on. This is all your fault. Send me a screenshot. How am I slowly turning into... Now, you're the one that's just completely lost their mind today. Today. Oh yeah, only today. Yeah, I'll be kind. He's only lost his mind today. No other days. Yeah, I think that is gonna do me. So I was kind of just prattling about there. Oh, take care, cats. Have a nice rest of your day. Yeah, that was definitely a stream. More so the chat and the topics of discussion. Yeah, that will do me for the day. Don't say stuff like what? Will, what? Oh my... Seriously, Will? Yeah, stream tomorrow will be more Sekiro, no-hit stuff. Might be no resets, might be actual runs. Depends on what I practice. I haven't decided what I'm going to be doing Friday, Saturday yet, but tomorrow is definitely more Sekiro. More of the same. Because we had our week off, so we're kind of back to it now. So yeah, that's going to do me for the day. So anyway, I'm going to head off now, so hopefully we'll get it soon. So this was just kind of de-rust stuff. Yeah, I'm going to head off now. So hopefully we'll see you all tomorrow. Will is going to go and clear his mind because he fucking needs it. And yeah, see you all tomorrow and take care.